Hello, and thanks for holding out while we took our quick break. We filled our tankers, got a snack, and are ready to dive back in. We find that the first half of our episode, the envoys have dealt with their prisoners, the Kurnish spies. They've interrogated them and learned some information, some of it which is somewhat disturbing to them about what the Shadow Cult is up to. Trying to go and breach the shadow itself and pull back the spiritual essence of the first empress of all this, the former occult sorceress, and possibly also what's left of the Lich King spirit, if it exists in Shadowfell. The envoys finding the ancient evil cursed tome, which had the dark ritual in it, to open the gate, and proceeded to the nearby hidden glen, where they cast the ritual, opening forth a portal into the Shadowfell, risking a corruption in the process. And we took our break as they stepped into the shrouded and cased domain, and they stepped across the portal. And that is where we find them. Our envoys stepping out through the side. As they breach through the portal, you step forth into a open field-ish, some rolling hills, gently rolling hills. All around you, all there's a field. There's grass and everything else. It just all seems to be very monochromatic and gray. Behind you, as you look back behind you to where the portal was, you do see the same kind of bent, twisted trees forming that strange circle-ish type shape. But all the forest and trees on this side seem to be dead and decaying. There's gray leaden skies, clouds hanging in the sky above, and occasional flashes of pale white lightning. As you stepped across, Tizra feels weak, and her knee gives out. She falls to one knee and feels the need to retch as the corruption from the spell takes hold. Fortunately, not make your saving throw. With that, have taken a point of corruption, and this is a blue rose mechanic. So let me let you know what that does. So in blue rose, if you take a point of corruption, it means you basically have a -2 to your Constitution and Wisdom save, equal to the number of corruption points you have. So for right now, you have 1 corruption point, so your Wisdom and Constitution are both fallen by 1. And with that, I will also need you to make me a follow-up Wisdom saving throw.
Great.
Now, given that you're still under the effects of the spell from your cleric, you do have advantage on this Wisdom save as well.
Okay. Let's see what that is a 17, which becomes a 16 with the adjustment.
Cool. And with that, do shrug off the secondary effects of failing a corruption test. So, yay! Now, there is a way for you to heal that corruption over time, depending on what you do and where you do it and how you do it. But the other option is also you can always embrace your corruption and remove the penalty, but then it becomes a permanent point of corruption, and that does other stuff.
That is not going to happen right now.
Aww.
That's not fun.
Can't blame a GM for asking.
No, I do not blame you.
I do.
So with that, I am going to also need perception checks from every one of you.
Ominous. Is it smell based?
It is not smell-based.
It smells like sulfur.
Actually, I will let you have that. Yeah, I'll let you have that.
You know what? It's okay. I rolled a natural 20. I got a 21.
I rolled.
Isra is busy realizing how terrible they feel and notices nothing.
Kale got a 21 as well.
18.
Not a natural 20 like Drake over there, but
So with that, we quickly, it seems that something has followed you through the portal.
Oh.
As you look around, you see a small imp-like creature.
What the?
is it my cat?
Nope. It actually is an imp.
Oh.
It is, and it just looks at you and is like oh crap! They saw me. Like, and was looking to make a break for it.
Do imps have a soul teaser?
What? I don't know.
About to find out. I'm gonna start swinging. I'm gonna try to grapple it with the anchor.
So are you attempting to attack it, or are you trying to just pin it, or what are you trying to do?
I'm gonna grapple it with the anchor, since I can grab it by the chain and use it as a grapple. So it's a pose athletics.
Insert scorpion get over here gif.
I'm trying, man.
Oh,
Gotta pin this boy down. What are you doing, spying on here? Trying to beat a 13, Jonesy.
Why are you being like that to my poor little? Who did he ever do?
He's in our personal space, and we're in a very unfamiliar place.
I think it's more we want to prevent him doing anything to us.
Don't tell your friends.
And so with that, Ula quickly turns around, and in one fluid, almost smooth water-like motion, Ula unsheaths the anchor and lets loose with the anchor, and it flies across the area and slams down and pins the small imp-like creature. And with that, you can choose to leave it pinned there or pull it over to you.
I'm gonna yank this boy on over. Who are you sneaking up on us?
And with that, you get over here, and as a homage and not a ripoff of a different character.
Fair use.
Not a copyright strike, if you.
And you now have a small little imp like at your disposal.
Oh. Well, I pinned your body, not your tongue, you little shit. What's your name?
Renrin?
What?
Renrin.
Ren. Okay. And Ren, why were you about to start running?
It's looking at all of you, but it's like it looks over at Kale and it looks at the rest of you and looks at Kale and looks at Teaser and looks at Kale and looks at Drake and looks at Kale. Like it keeps. That's the one that they're worried about.
Hello.
How big is this imp?
It is probably about 10 inches tall.
Oh no.
It's a little tiny thing.
Well, that's unlucky for you. You can't even lift this thing. And I'll just kind of pull up my chains and the anchors and leave it on top of his body. Kale, what do we do with this maggot?
Well, I guess we could ask it questions. We're looking for a spire. Can you help us find it?
Of course I can. I can help you find all sorts of things. That's what I used to do for my old master.
Oh, who was your old master?
He was a great wizard. And he tried to call me forth, even in his dead state.
Oh. Yes, they'll do that.
But you dispatched him.
Oh. Yes, I'm sorry about that.
That's
He
fine.
was not very nice.
He wasn't worthy of my service then. But you could be.
Okay. Tell me more.
I don't think we're gonna get very far.
And I didn't know it was this easy to pick up Kale. He's so buttered up right now.
I can tell you all sorts of secrets.
Sure, I like secrets.
Secrets of power. Secrets of madness.
Okay.
While they're having their little chit chat, I'm gonna pull out rope from my bag so I can make a little leash for this creature. And I will attempt to leash him while he's pinned.
So yeah, you quickly tie up some rope and you quickly make a little kitty harness and tie it up around. You're careful to avoid his tail, which has a small barbed stinger on it.
Oh, nice. Well, I'll hand the rope to Kale and say it's a big responsibility.
Oh, I know. I have a cat.
Yeah, but your cat doesn't try to kill people.
Oh, are you going to try and kill us?
I would never do that.
Oh, good. See, he's not going to try and kill. I'm sorry. Remrit, am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Okay,
even gonna roll
good.
an insight check.
Oh,
Now, you mentioned lots of secrets. Would you like to tell me a secret now?
Cool. You're in the shadow form.
Well, I don't really think that's a secret.
But you know how it works. Your kind normally doesn't travel through these roads.
That is true.
From here you can get to the places beyond, which are normally barred. The roads are normally barred and all this. You can't normally get there from here. Places where the exarchs live. The hidden land of shadow and mist.
Sure. And that's where we are now.
And from here, you can get to the spire. I'm sure you want me to show you how to get to the spire. Your kind always wants to go to the spire.
Yes, yeah. I mean, we'd like to go to the spire. If you can take us there, I might be able to convince my friend to lift this heavy anchor off of you.
I'll show you the way. But know whatever you bring with you in your heart can sometimes appear here.
Okay.
Quick question.
Mhm.
If you were the old wizard's, possession, I would assume, or he was your master, is that through a contract? Did he seal you? How did that arrangement come about?
We had a bargain. The last time he tried to call me forth, I arrived too late. I hatched just in time to find that you were dispatched to him. So I followed you out of the sewers and keeping tabs on you since.
Oh no.
It's really interesting.
This duck thinks it's with its mother. So, Kale, are you going to watch over this thing?
I don't think we have a choice. We don't know how this place works, and he does.
Well, I get that much, but are you personally responsible for the thing? 'Cause
Sure, I
don't wanna
mean,
be.
he's promised me secrets of power, so how can I say no?
Sounds weird coming from a priest, but okay.
I mean, I'm running.
Well,
They're not nice secrets.
I will unpin him from the anchor now that Kale has the rope and the responsibility. And I guess we keep looking for the tower.
All right, the only rule is you stay in front of all of us as you lead us to the tower.
It shrugs. And then as it shrugs, it tries to shrug its little wings. But the rope's kind of in the way.
I'm going to try real hard to think a thought to it and see if it can hear me.
If it can, it doesn't respond.
Okay, cool.
Or it doesn't react.
Okay. On we go, my little friend.
And with that, the group of you kind of walk up a little bit. You're on like I said, on the edge of a little glen area, and up ahead of you is a field and a little rise. You're basically going up on a small hill. As you crest the top of the hill, you see a big valley down below you. Not a deep valley, but just a valley stretching below you. You see big chunks of woods and forest, and off in the distance, you see a black spire tower. And amongst the nice view that you have, you can see lightning crashing off in the distance. There seems to be storm clouds. While it's kind of leaden gray clouds across the entire area, they do seem to boil and bubble more of actually an active storm is brewing above the tower. And to the slight direction you want to go to the tower, but to the slight left on kind of a side bend that you'd have to take is a big thick clump of trees, and from there you see what appears to be a small little wooden crow's nest is what comes to mind, the word that comes to mind.
Crow's nest, like a structure, like from which they could like keep a vantage point.
Crow's nest as in, yes, a small little wooden bucket, man-sized bucket on top of a giant wooden pole.
Okay.
We found the pirate ship.
Well, I'm very grateful, Renrin, that you brought us here.
Are you?
Well, he could have double-crossed us. You know, he could have sent us into a dragon's mouth, assuming that the fables are real. I'm inclined to let you go. I mean, you've known about us for a long time, and you could have attacked us if you wanted to, and we're clearly much larger than you, and you held up your part of the bargain, so are you going to attack us if I take this rope off of you?
There are many of you, there's one of me, so many.
Are you going to tell people that want to hurt us where we are if I let you go?
Possibly.
I admire your honesty. What do we think, friends?
Uh, what depends on what they desire.
I say we're better off just tying him up and putting him in your backpack than letting him run around.
Yeah, I think his honesty may have just cost him his freedom.
It certainly doesn't give you much incentive to be honest in the future.
Yes, I don't know that imprisonment is like the correct reward for telling us the truth.
I mean, do you value your life over his temporary freedom? Do you value our lives over his temporary freedom?
I mean, of course I value our lives.
I mean, we're strangers in a strange land, and we're not going to let a tattletale run loose to stab us in the back. I'm not even willing to take a small % chance at that. Not that I want to kill the thing, it looks harmless, but I'd rather not deal with more things that I'm not prepared for, just to let a little guy go and for all of you to get hurt.
You've put me in a compromised position. I don't necessarily want to be the jailer.
Fine. Vom, you want a pet?
I just assume kill it, to be honest.
I think killing it might be a little bit too much. And besides, he might come in use. He might be useful later on.
Fair enough. Well, that was my honesty out of the way then.
Renren, do you want to stay with us?
How born you
I missed that. Sorry,
are.
Josie.
It depends on how born you are.
Oh.
Oh, we're not boring.
Okay.
I can guarantee we won't be boring.
Okay. Now I'm even more worried. If this guy's in it for the shits and giggles, I don't want to be a punchline. Give him over here.
All right.
I will. I will. Not knowing how to feel, I will hand over the reins to someone else.
Okay. I'm going to be very careful, and I'm going to grab a rag, and I'm going to wrap up his little barb tail, and I'm just going to tie him up and put him in my backpack for now.
Yeah, he seems to squirm around a little bit and then settle into place after a couple minutes as you begin your hike down into the valley. So it's quite a trek, and the terrain is harsh and desolate. I mean, there's grass, but it seems to be sharp and coarse, and it's just rough. There are clumps of trees, but most of them have rot to them or some decay clinging to them, even though they're growing. As you're making your way further down, what is your passive perception, Ula?
So it is a 13.
As you're making your way across the valley towards the spire, you get down to the actual shallow end of the little valley. And from here, it's just crossed up a little bit. And as you're approaching, I swear you start hearing. It sounds like a sea folk chanting.
I'll look around. Does it look like anybody else is hearing music, or are they just kind of minding their own business?
No one else seems to give any visible indication that they hear it. Like I said, it's really faint. It's really difficult. Like you pick it up, just like you'll hear it a little bit and kind of focus on it and kind of listen to it. But then rustling in trees and stuff will make it difficult to hear, and you kind of lose it and comes back into like you're just like on the edge of where you can hear it.
I'm gonna Pavlov this thing. I'm gonna reach in the backpack and pull out the imp and ask it. You said anything we bring in our hearts can reappear here, right?
shrugs.
And then I will reach into my rations and give it a piece of cheese.
What the mouse?
Food is food. Have you
It's-
eaten any?
It takes it.
You got anything for me besides the shrug, buddy?
Sounds like home to me.
Well, that is what I asked for. I appreciate your help. And I put him back in the bag.
And as you
Guys-
go to put him back, as you go to pick him back in the bag, the rest of you hear the little imp starts humming along to some nameless tune.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm hearing the song of my people, guys. Are you hearing anything else?
Just that imp singing.
Yeah, we don't hear anything.
I've got nothing.
Do you think it's something he's doing? Like, if someone else were to hold him, do you think they would hear something and you'd stop hearing things?
I think so. Because if he could have messed with us before, he would have.
Maybe
I
it's just
mean, so-
Lula's turn to get messed with.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's just music. Do I pick up on a particular direction that it's coming from, Jonesy? If I give you a survival check for navigation?
Yeah.
Why isn't it? Oh, that's right, because it appears behind. 16?
So yeah, it seems to be coming from kind of a northwesterly direction, and the tower being north of you.
Okay. So it looks like it's coming off to the side of the tower. I think we should head to the tower, but just keep your eyes peeled to the west.
Do that.
Does that song you're hearing mean anything to your people? Is it like a war song or a?
It's more
Like
like
if
a
you were about
shanty.
to invade somebody, would you start singing that song?
No, it's more of a celebratory tune. Kind of happy times, quinceañeras, bar mitzvahs, all that stuff.
And a couple of you are discussing this as you continue to march towards the tower to the north. And after about 10 or 15 minutes of continually walking, it becomes easier to hear for you. The song becomes easier to hear. And the rest of you begin to hear faint music. It's like people singing some sort of little bar song. And as you go another 5 minutes or so traveling off the distance, it seems to be getting more west than northwest as you approach a rather large grove of trees, and from that trees you see what appears to be the crow's nest is actually in that area.
Ooh, is there anybody in it?
Oh, is there? Make yourself a check.
Ooh, I was probably not the right person to ask that question.
Hey, you're the one be looking.
13.
Have you
Yeah.
any demon pirates?
Yeah, I do not like this.
I will say with 13. You swear you saw movement a moment ago. Not good enough to check to see what it was, but you saw movement in that area, which is what made you look over there.
Right. We should. I'll be pointing that out. And probably say something really, really like manly, like keep your wits about you. You know.
So we've been kind of hiking like in an open wooded area, right, Jonesy? It's just a little bit more rotted out.
Yeah, so so the terrain itself is kind of a series of rolling hills, with sparse little groves and some light wooded areas, and then there are clusters of more dense trees every so often. It looks a lot like the area you're traveling on before you enter the Shadowfell, except on this side it just seems to be more of a negative version of it, where it's like the grass that is there is kind of gnarly and weed infested, and it seems to be kind of coarse. The trees seem to be rotten and kind of decaying, but they're there. They're living but diseased. That kind of stuff. It's like it's a dark reflection of the area you're in the physical place.
With that being said, we might need to check out the crow's nest for our safety. Everything's just open plains if we just get spotted out.
Right. Well, let's go and climb up and give it a look.
Yeah, plus if we go up there, we can get a good lay of the land.
True. Drake, you want to climb or you want to be thrown by a bomb?
I will climb. Nobody tosses record.
Yeah, the fastball special.
Hey,
I will sneak up.
You sneak forth.
this
Okay,
can't
let's
go
see.
wrong.
No, no could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, it's worked so well lately.
No idea what you're talking about.
How dangerous could it be?
Wait, were you going alone? Do you want company?
Hey, that's an idea. We could all go up. If there's a crow's nest, there's got to be a way to get up there.
Let me sneak up and take a look first, and you guys can come up after me.
So, first, I will need a stealth check from Drake and anyone who's sneaking after Drake.
11.
I'm gonna
I am-
stay.
I'm sneaking. Sorry, Drake.
Oh, that's good.
I'm at a 13.
You did better than he did.
I am the knight.
In the broad daylight, I am the night.
Well, and while it is day on the physical realm, it is gloom on this side.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That's not as bad. I was scared.
So, while so Drake sneaks forth, and Kel kind of sneaks a little bit behind him. With that, can I get a perception check from Drake?
Is it smell related?
It is not smell related.
20. There we go.
So, as you sneak forth into the trees, and like I said, it's wooded but not packed. It's not a deep wood. It's a kind of a lightly sparse wooded area. As you approach, you do see movement up ahead, and it appears to be someone wearing sailor's garb, a loose billowy shirt, skin tight breeches, boots, the whole bit. And as you get closer, you can smell the sense of the sea. You can smell salt water and all that. And as you get closer, the sailor that you're watching, following a little bit, kind of turns around, hears the noise, kind of turns around and see if he can see what caused the noise. And you don't know if he spotted you or not, but you do get a good look at him as the undead sailor turns and looks in your direction.
We've got zombie pirates. We just send back to Kale. And then to the rest of the group.
I know, I'm right behind you.
I make that raccoon noise.
How do you guys want to do this?
Let's just go get him.
Is there just the one?
And as you try to push it, you get the impression there's more than one.
Two things that are never alone: zombies and pirates.
Oh yeah.
It's never one pirate. It's never one zombie. They
We're
come
looking
in
at
6
four
packs.
times the forces.
They come in 6 packs.
This pirate attack brought to you by the Coca-Cola Corporation.
I just think you can end one before the rest show up.
Pirate Zero.
These zombies are usually a little more resistant to the stabbing. I think we should take them together by surprise. Kale and I, since Kale's over here, will flank him, and you guys can pull their attention one way.
That's good to me. Everybody good with that?
With
Okay.
that, I will need stealth checks and the rest of the armies.
But we're not trying to be stealthy. Right? That was the plan.
I was gonna say if I'm trying to draw his attention, if we're trying to draw his attention, like I can do that.
So
Yeah.
I got the impression you wanted to sneak up, get a lay of the land, and then cause stuff. But if that's incorrect,
I thought we were making a distraction so they would come to us and then Kale and Drake would be behind them. Is that
Yeah.
well? I'm ready, Val. You go ahead, yell.
so
Yeah, I'm into it.
why the rest of the party is getting together and getting their stuff together. Why don't the envoys go and Kale and Drake go ahead and make an investigation check so I can give you the lay of the land. And you can share it. Depending on how well you do or don't do, I think you just share it with your.
Got a 16.
I got a 12. I'm starting
Drake
to think
seems-
that Kale has been skipping religion school to go to thief school.
Drake seems a bit distracted, possibly by the concept of pirate zombies in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm not big on. I don't really like zombies or pirates.
Especially pirate zombies who are someplace they shouldn't exist. There's no giant body of water nearby, just to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will show you what you're up against.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
it's a whole tree grove.
Oh. Well, that's not nice.
And as you approach, you get the lay of the land. It seems to be a landlocked ship that they've since. It seems to be partially up in the upper roots of a small tree grove, and there are walkways attached to it, and it seems that it's become physically rooted to the ground itself.
Hey, we found the Oprah Den.
And
Take it.
there seems to be a fair amount of zombies, crew members running around, zombie undead, skeleton crew members. And I won't need anything. Actually, it's continue. One of them seems to be in charge. He seems to be wearing the
guy-
fancy coat.
It's the guy
The
with
fancy
the hat.
He has the
fancy
hat.
the fancy coat, the fancy hat, which Ula, you recognize this would-be undead zombie pirate. He is your father's first mate.
Oh, that's a bitch and a half. That is not good.
And he's several leagues away from where he should be because, well, it's a ship in the middle of a landlocked part of Aldous, and
Do I remember the last time he was active?
last time I heard he was still with your father, serving on your father's ship.
No, that's not. That means he's either dead, this is an illusion, or both.
Probably the middle one. Because Impy did say that, what you bring in, what you bring with you in your heart is going to be. So I don't know if you have something. I don't know. You have some unresolved issues with your father's first mate. I don't know.
Well, not with him personally, but maybe his daughter. Okay, so it's not too bad.
What do you want us to do? You still want us to jump him? Do you want to try to talk to it?
I think talking would be the best idea. We're just gonna get surrounded and jumped.
Mm.
He's
Is
not
he-
gonna. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is he undead too?
Yes.
Or oh, okay, everybody's undead.
Yeah, everybody's undead. And if that really is him, we are not in for a fair fight. So I say we lure out the first couple zombies we can. And then if you guys can clean up behind us, I think that'd be the best plan.
Sure. I mean, I don't know zombies to talk much, so I don't know that we'll be able to talk our way through this.
No, I suspect we're going to have to kill them all.
You ready, Vaughn, with that distraction?
Ready when
Wait.
you are.
Wait.
Wait.
Teesra is going to go to Vom, who is going to be playing the part of Bait tonight,
Yes.
and is going to stretch out one of their hands, place it on Vom's chest, and cast Protection from Good on Evil on Vom.
Aha. So that is advantage on wisdom or con saving throws. I forget what the other thing is. Oh, and they have disadvantage when attacking me.
So you get advantage on any saving throw against charm, fear, or possession.
Okay.
Or yeah, and they have disadvantage attacking you.
Well, in that case, yeah, let's step right up. Let's. Thus begins the stupid Olympics. Let's do it. So
Go get him.
I guess I don't know. What do I do? Just give a shout?
First,
Oh, you-
everyone rolls for initiative for me.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Oh yeah, that would help.
Do we have tokens to click on to? No, there
Yeah.
we go.
Top,
Top
and
right.
right hand.
There.
I found us. I found us.
I remember to do it this time.
I am mildly shook.
That makes sense.
They rolled remarkably well.
I did not.
Well, Kale, guess we have to wait for the distraction to start.
Oh, that's a very good point.
The zombies rolled worst of all.
As you'd expect, they are zombies.
Yeah.
I mean,
So the downside is, oh yeah, I'm going to shout and bring them over, and then they're going to get a chance to come over. So that'll be fun.
Shuffle,
So,
shuffle, shuffle.
So Vom is the one going to be initiating the.
Yep, this is the sort of thing he was born for.
Or is Ula going to be the one, or are the two of you the ones initiating the distraction?
I think the idea is that Vom was going to be trying to hold their attention. Was going to try to get their attention first, as he's probably going to. And then Ula can come and get their attention in her own way.
And then
As-
I can cover either Vom or Teaser depending on what happens.
All right.
Cool. So with that, you guys, since you're planning basically an ambush attack, and they have not spotted you yet, despite Drake's horrible stealth check, because they rolled worse. I will let you put yourselves on the edge of the map where you want on the edge of the map, anywhere on the four sides of the map where you want to be. So if you guys going to wait long enough for them to circle around to the backside of to do a loop around the backside of the pirate ship, you can do that as well. Or
Well, then I guess I'm going to step out front then.
You came up from here, Drake and Will.
Kale seems to have circled around to the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked about flanking, so
Yep.
I took the south.
And I will stay up here with Teesra. Okay, Teesra's over there, so I will be right here next to her. Well, in front next to her, just in case.
then
There we go.
Them, yes.
Okay. Then I guess let's get this going. Should I just step up and give the guy a swing to the head? Give this fella, like,
Honestly,
Yeah.
if that happened to me, I'd feel a little distracted.
yeah. So I guess that's how we're going to do it. This is probably quite stupid, frankly. I'm going to go do it. I'm gonna like take my movement, and I'm gonna just walk up and swat him. This can't possibly go wrong.
Oh, you're such a con.
Oh yes, certainly can. Well, that was an 18 to hit.
That totally hits my poor little
Yeah.
undead.
So, but I mean, he's undead, so bludgeon ain't gonna do all that much. I hit him for 4. And now things go bad.
So with that, you kind of come walking out, like lumbering out of the forest, and just pull back the hammer and just wind it up and swing. And as you bring it through, you literally shatter his lower jaw, and it just explodes into fragments of bone.
Whoa.
And he's just like, his head kind of spins and swivels back and looks at you.
Hello.
And with that, my zombie, my undead will go.
Oh, they move quick.
Actually,
That's why they're called walkers, because they run. They run mighty fast.
so with that, the two of them rush. One of them is right there, and the other one rushes up. You hear others coming towards the steps of the nearby walkway to make it to you as they start coming forward. And as they start coming forward, despite the fact that they're skeletons and they don't have lungs or voice box or anything like that, they seem to begin to start singing a sea shanty. And they attack you.
Yeah.
At least they attempt to.
Remember, they have this advantage.
That's the only reason I'm not wetting myself right now.
And they both of the two of them swing at you, and you easily deflect their attack. Dang, playing like block with the hammer. Cool, and that is the skeletons go. With that, the captain seems to be yelling something to his crew. Something about looks like we're getting boarded. Mates, prepare for battle. And with that, it is the top of the round. Drake, what would you like to do?
Yeah. I'm gonna come up here and do pirate stuff.
I mean, you are a swashbuckler.
I am. I'm gonna come up here and buckle their swashes.
There you go.
I'll use my climb speed to get up here on the bow, and I'm gonna leap off and swashbuckle this dude's face.
Sweet. Watching the buckles.
19 to hit,
That is a hit.
and it is 15 points of damage, including my sneak attack.
So, how do you take out the skeleton pirate?
Yeah, I climb up on the bow while he's trying to raspily sing his sea shanty. I aim myself just right, and I leap forward with my 2 daggers and just bury them in his neck, flip over, and land in front of the mast here.
Aha!
And I say avast.
And he crumbles to the ground.
And then I'll use my bonus action to hide.
You the chair that flops the night.
With a
Yeah, what would you like
26
to do?
stealth.
Yep. I am going to sneak this way a little bit more. And then I'm going to cast my Radiant Bolt at the first mate.
Awesome.
Sure. Why not?
The one with the hat.
How do you know he's leader? He has the fancy hat.
I imagine a 10 does not hit.
14 does not.
Okay. That'll be it for me.
Awesome. Teaser, what would you like to do?
I'm torn between trying to draw some of the attention of some of the ones on the ship and dealing with the two that are trying to beat up my buddy's bomb.
So if the idea is if we keep them on me, and everybody else can just smash them. They're just skellies.
Right.
So
Well, then I will Zark with a blast of autumn spice, of pumpkin spice at the Skelly to the southwest of yes, that one.
The one that's missing is John.
oh yeah,
Oh, is that the one that bomb was already hit?
yeah,
Yes.
that's the one I hit. Go ahead and drop him. It's okay.
Yeah. That is the one I will attempt to blast. And I do not. For that is a 7.
And with that, your bolt goes wide.
Yep.
Ula, what would you like to do?
I would like to run up and recklessly swing at the one without lip to give.
Sweet.
So the one that was already hit before. Reckless. First, I would like to rage. Then I would like to attack recklessly. 17 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
11 damage. Because I'm raging.
And with that, that skeleton drops.
Nice.
She basically remove its sternum, rib cage, and spine with your with your anger. Crink.
Come on, Vom, you got the next one.
And
so I
now-
do.
It is now Vom's go.
Yep, the bomb is. Oh, he's thoroughly enjoying himself now. Yeah, he's gonna just take a really big, mighty swing. He's still one-handing it because he's got to have that shield. And that is a 20 to hit for 9 bludgeon damage. So that's just like straight, like top of his head. Hopefully that ought to put him down. I hope.
Yep. And with that, that skeleton drops.
Vom just kind of gives this laugh, like.
All right, skeletons go.
That's right. The skeletons just went. Yeah, they just went in their pants. Sorry.
You should be so lucky.
I like
Shoot,
it.
just to hear him move that skeleton. I know he's not there, but that way I should have him from action to reach you. Not have to worry about weird layers with tokens and stuff. So with that, the two that are coming down the main walkway towards Vom proceed to continue going that way. One of them is close enough he can rush up and attack Vom. and Ula this round. I'll figure out which one to do in a second. Another one's on the underbrush is running towards Kale, having seen the bolt go off. And the one that's on the back of the ship next to the first mate, turns, runs across the ship, and jumps off and engages with Kale. So. And with that, seeing the pirate and seeing the anchor that the sea folk is going to choose the sea folk over Vom and attack the sea folk.
You have an advantage, Jonesy. I reckless attacked.
And hits you for 3 points of damage with its cutlass.
Okay. I take half.
Yeah, I chose you over Vom, even though you're both big imposing threats, because you are just as a sea sailor. So.
I'm a traitor.
Well, they think you're the enemy crew. And the other one is attacking Kale. And, manages to hit Kale for 8 points of damage. As it got a really good skewer on you. Brings it up to Drake. What would Drake like to do?
Oh, Drake's about to activate Predator mode.
About to what, huh?
I am going to... I'm going to sneak with my 26 stealth down here and my climb speed through the bushes and murderize this dude.
Attack with pistol.
17 to hit.
That's it?
For 10 points of damage.
Not enough to drop the stealth.
And I will use the remainder of my movement. Since I attacked him, he's not allowed to opportunity attack me. I'm going to come into the bushes over here and use my bonus action to hide. It's a 24 that time.
It's good to be the rogue.
It is good to be the rogue. I'm coming to help Kale.
Kale, what would you like to do?
Sure. I guess I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds on this person who just hit me. It's not what I wanted to do, but now it is. Having been pummeled.
Does that work in 5e?
What?
Inflicting wounds on undead?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never done it before. I guess we'll find out. It's necromantic magic. But I mean, my character probably wouldn't know because
Like,
I've
how
never
like
casted it. Yeah, it's necrotic damage, but I don't know. The 17 to hit with 18 points of damage. So
Cool. Sure. So with that, yeah. You disintegrate and decay what's left of the skeleton's remains, and it turns to dust.
cool. And then I will use my movement to climb up and engage our first mate.
Sweet. Teaser, what would you like to do?
Tizra is going to actually, I'm going to double check something to make sure I can do that. Teesra will this turn create a minor illusion. To create the sound of Kale's voice coming from behind the first mate.
Okay.
Screaming at him from behind to try to distract him and not let him kill Kale.
Cool. And are you going to move anything, or are you just going to stay there?
For what it's worth, it will also continue to the voice will continue to chat and yammer and yell at him for a minute. So,
Cool. Ulo, what would you like to do?
Old Faithful. Let's recklessly swing and get another Skelly out of the way.
Cool.
20 hit,
Oh, yeah.
15 damage.
And Skelly drop.
Nice, Skelly, nice. And I'm gonna go ahead and move behind that skeleton as I try to make my way up the stairs to support the rest of the group. And that'll be my turn.
Cool.
The bomb is going to basically follow suit, except I'm going to try and take a really good swat at this guy as I head past. And I don't think I'm planning to stop. I'm just going to go pounding up onto the deck regardless.
Cool.
So let me see how far I can actually get. I guess I have to do my move first, and then I can pick up the thing. So there's 20 worth. And then as he goes by, there's going to be a really mighty swing. Very mighty swing.
Mighty swing.
That's totally not that great because it's only a 13.
But that's all you need to hit a skeleton.
Oh, did I hit him? Oh, well, that's 9 damage. Oh, well, now I don't have to worry about
And as you blast through
opportunity,
this,
whatever.
Yeah. As you blast through the skeleton.
Yeah, so basically he just kind of like on his way through, just up and does a nice little upswing and breaks the stupid thing.
And with that, my skeletons go. There's a whole lot left of
What's
this
bloody
one.
left of them?
One of them is crawling up the back of the ship. The other is crawling through the bushes to try to get up on the deck. The two that are up at the crow's nest proceed to let arrows fly. They have a target, a shiny cleric, attacking their captain.
they do.
And they both get. Ding! And you get struck by two arrow bolts. One doing 4 points of damage, the second one doing 7 points of damage to you, Cal. The good news is that the captain is distracted because of the voices that he's hearing, so he's lashing out wildly with his cutlass and misses you. So, with that, Drake, what would you like to do?
Just doing some quick math real quick. How tall is the crow's nest?
It is about 20 feet up.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to move to the base of it, and then I'm going to take my bonus action to dash, so I can use my climb speed to climb up the side there. And I would like to buckle this guy's swash on the railing of the crow's nest.
Sweet.
And because this guy is not technically within 5 feet of me, I still get a sneak attack on this guy. Plus I had a 24 stealth on my last stealth check.
Yes.
And they was busy firing arrows anyway. Oh, new round. Never mind.
20 to hit, dirty 20, not a crit. But for 12 points of damage.
Dare you not hit a nat 20? Disgusting.
I'm doing my best. It was a nat 15.
Sounds like it's naturally not a 20.
Naturally.
And for 12 points of damage, you said?
12 points, yep.
So, with that, Drake comes dashing through the underbrush, hitting the base of the crow's nest, bolting up it like Sonic, and flipping up on the railing, coming down with his blades, and killing them into the skull of the skeleton, and cracking big chunks of it out as it spins its head back to look at you, as it doesn't quite drop.
I will pretend to foam at the mouth a little bit.
Kale, what would you like to do?
Ouch! I got hit.
Well,
I'm not used to that. I'm going to cast Turn Undead so that everything, the 3 to the south of me, and I would assume the one directly to the north of me, all have to make, what is that, charisma or wisdom? I should know my spells. Sorry, I should have looked that up.
No worries.
Wisdom. It is a whiz saving throw of 14.
Cool. So with that, what does it look like when you pull out your holy symbol and let loose let the turn ended?
Yeah, I think I pull out my holy symbol and I take the quarterstaff that I have off my back and I do some cool twirly stuff with that. And both the staff and the symbol kind of light up as I slam the staff into the ground, and a big burst comes out of my symbol and kind of just washes over this ship.
Awesome. Normally that burst of energy is a bright, radiant, glowing golden light to kind of match the radiant domain. It seems to be its effects goes off, but it seems to be diminished greatly, as if the color and energy is just kind of leached out of it here in the Shadowfell. With that noted, Drake, the skeleton you just stabbed and kind of turned his head to look at you, seems to freak the hell out and actually tries to back away from you and back away from the whole area, flinging itself over the edge of the crow's nest and smashes into the ground and breaks apart.
I spit the foam out of my mouth and I grin at the other one still in the crow's nest with me.
So, but it does appear that the captain, the first mate, and the other skeleton were unaffected.
Oh no. Okay. I will bonus action. I will free action cry and bonus action. I will cast I will cast nothing. I will stay there.
You can move too. You haven't moved yet.
Yeah, but I don't want an opportunity attack, so I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Cool. Teaser, what would you like to do?
Does the foliage block line of sight, or
From whom?
the mate?
I would say yes, though you could easily move to it on that.
Okay.
It's just as the actual big lump of green that's actually blocking. So if you just move it a little bit south or yeah, that way too. Yeah, totally easy.
Okay. And I figure since he's standing right up against the railing, I should be able to see him from below. So, yeah, Teaser's going to move over there and channel the power of the Autumn King and let loose with an Eldritch Bolt.
Awesome.
That's a much better roll to hit. That is a 22.
That is a hit.
That is 5 points of autumnal chill and false spices and force.
Cool. And with that, the normal chill and autumn effects that normally are connected to that bolt, the smells of rot and harvest are stronger than they normally are. What you're used to expecting. And as you let loose that bolt of energy.
Okay.
And with that, Ula, what was that too?
I am going to try to run up the stairs here. Let's see what I got. 5, 10, 15, 20, 15. Oh, I'll have to go here. And then from there, I can go right here. From here to here, that's okay. Yep, so I can move right here at the base of the stairs. I can get it. There we go. And I will swing. I'll use my bonus action to grab the anchor by the chain. And I will go ahead and recklessly swing at the captain, asking what the hell is Ray doing here? There we go. Ooh, I crit.
Ouch.
So 13, 15 damage total from big anchor boy swing. So I demand answers.
Smash! You smash into him and taking your cracks and snaps as ribs break and give way. And arr!
And that shall be the end of my turn.
And lover, you've given up the sea, and because of you, your father has fallen, and I have become this. And yeah, it's Vom's turn now.
Okay. So let's see here. It'd be about the same. You know what? I'm going to dash. I'm going to dash to get that sweet movement so that I can go. Yeah, 20. Yeah, I can just run up behind him that way. I like that plan. I'm going to dash and come right up behind the first mate. And then I'm going to use action. I'm going to use my action surge for an attack once I've gotten there.
Cool.
So it's just going to like charge up and do a real good overhead swing with the big hammer.
Awesome.
And it's probably pretty awesome to watch him run up, although it's less awesome to watch him not hit because that was a 12.
Yes, and with that, you come down with a big overhead swing of the hammer, and he and blocks it with his cutlass. So it's now the skeleton's go. One comes crumbling up over the side of the thing, going up to kill. The captain is going to jump off here to attack our sea folk, Ula. But
Ooh.
as he does that, because he's currently being pinned between Kale and Vom, you'll both be able to get swipes at him.
Yes, I like opportunity attacks.
So while you're doing your swipes, the last one up on the crow's nest drops his bow, grabs his cutlass, and swings at Drake.
That's fair. I'm throwing my knife back and forth between my hands, ready to sword fight with this guy.
Ooh. Well, damn.
I got a 16 for my opportunity attack to hit.
Nice.
That does hit.
That's 8 points of bludgeoning.
I rolled a 12 on mine, so that's not going to do nothing.
Cool. And with that, you're hitting with your staff, you said, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one that I just slammed into the ground.
Cool. So the skeleton up the crow's nest lunges for Drake. Drake kind of does the dagger back and forth, trying to block it and distract it. Unfortunately, as soon as its like hands are empty and the dagger's flying over, it comes in for a clean strike at Drake, dealing 8 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
My flesh.
As he literally runs you through with his cutlass. With that,
Slash.
Kale. Yes, well.
Anyway,
Kale, you cracking down on your staff on the pirate captain's leg as he's running, and you pretty sure you shattered a big chunk of his hip. He seems to be moving with a weird limp thing now. As he lands,
me hip.
as he lands on the deck below and makes a swing at Ula. Hitting
Nice.
for 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Drake, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna kill this skeleton before it kills me.
That seems sensible.
18 to hit.
That's it.
And sneak attack, because it's just me and him, 13.
With that, you dispatch the
Nice.
skeleton.
So I tumble down between his legs, rolling with the cutlass blow, and I slice his belt so his breeches fall down, and I crawl up into his pelvis and into his rib cage, and I pop out through the top of his head and knock his skull
Ew.
off.
So he's now a Ryrak creature wearing a skeleton suit.
Messed up. I'm just going to say it. That's messed up.
Yeah, I'm
Kale.
with it.
Kale, you have a cool.
I do want to use
And
my
you-
movement action to get down.
Cool.
And then my bonus action to hide.
Not a worries. Totally got it. Kale, you have a skeleton that's come rushing up behind you. He has swung at you, but his missed last round. What would you like to do?
There's disadvantage for a ranged attack in melee, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I don't want to hit him with that. I'm gonna double down on this first mate, and I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at him. And I'm gonna do it at second level, because he wasn't afraid of me before, and I don't like that. Does a 15 hit?
It does.
Cool. 20 points of radiant damage. Which,
Cool. So with that, the pirate first mate pulls back his cutlass and basically pulls it up and is coming down to just bury it deep in Ula's face as you let loose with the radiant bolt, and as you hit it, it ashes.
oh. Well, I was gonna say the next attack has advantage on it for you, Ula, but I'm sorry. I might have killed your
Jogged it too
nemesis
hard.
there.
It's okay. It was probably an illusion anyway. I hope.
And then as the ash and the light kind of settle on me, I'm just gonna slowly turn to the skeleton behind me.
And as the captain first mate vanishes, or and in the bolt of radiant energy, the other skeleton behind you just deanimates, falls down. And with that, you fall out of combat, and we will leave it there. This is where we're going to end for the night.
That's good.
Woo!
Good work, everybody.
Next week we'll pick up with you at the left. What's left? The lost ship in the middle of the Shadowfell, in the landlocked Aldous, as you or landlocked region of Aldous, as you make your way and figure out see if there's anything else here, and then make your way to town. So, with that, a couple closing things real quick. If you like what we do, let your friends know, share the links, let people know where to find us. You can find us here on Twitch. You can find us on YouTube if you're watching this on video demand. If you're watching us on video demand on YouTube, leave us a comment. Let us know what you liked, didn't like, and what you thought was really cool. Let me know if I got a rule wrong. It happens. I'm human, so let me know. And check out our blog. We have a cool website, UntoldSeriesProject.com, which you have lots of cool blogs, tips on how to GM, how to run convention games, stat blocks for some of the creatures and monsters that show up in our various campaigns, including Mutants and Masterminds and this one and some others. So with that, we will be back tomorrow night for any episode of Monster of the Week. It's a break in season finale tomorrow night, Monster of the Week, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have a new episode of Something Something Dragon coming out on Friday on our podcast. It's our Pathfinder game that Tizra, but her name is Aaron, is running for his daughter and a group of her friends. And then we'll be back Monday to deal with part 2 of Into the Idiot Box, a little side quest that's taking place during our Netherwar campaign. It's beyond description.
My ab still hurts. My singular ab still is in pain from last night's session.
So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in and watching us. If there's anything else, anyone else we would like to share with our viewers?
I don't think so. We are going to go ahead and raid Weave the Tale. It looks like they're playing their one-shot Wednesdays on Tuesday. So that's a little odd, but we'll go give them some affection. And we'll see you next time, everybody.
Awesome.
I